Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do a really quick video on top-down mixing, and I'm going to show you what it's all about and how it can be really useful in a mix. So as you can see here, I've got some drum tracks up, really simple groove. I'll just play it for you now. So nice, so they're really clean samples. As you can tell, it is a sampled drum kit, but it sounds just about as human as I could get it, with varying velocities, etc. So these are all my drum tracks here. So we've got kick, snare, hi-hats, toms, overheads, and then room mics. And these are all being bussed, they're all being sent into this. So this is a aux routing folder which you can create in Pro Tools. So all my tracks go to here. So I mute that and they all get muted. Now what top-down mixing is we start at the we start at this aux routing folder point. So instead of going in and EQing our kick, snare, hi-hat, toms, and overheads individually and respectively of each other, we're just going to go straight on the drum track and start processing things. So we're going to start with an EQ, and here's just an example of what I do, and you can apply this to your own tracks and your own samples and your own kind of drum tones that you're getting, but we're just talking about drums today. So I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, well, there's a bit of a bump here, might not be enough low end for me. This top looks quite good, but maybe we could get a little bit more air and sizzle on there. So I'm going to add a point there. There's a point around 50 hertz. Turn that into a bit of air here. So let's try this. So let's cut here, maybe 2 or 3. Now we don't want to go too crazy because these are being applied to the whole, all of the stems inside this drum track. Let's give this a little boost. Maybe let's give it a bit of top end as well, because we know we're going to want our cymbals to be nice, bright and shiny in this mix. So let's have a listen to that. So you can hear when I bypass the plugin there that this kind of low mid woofiness kind of goes away across all the tracks, which is really nice. Next we might delve into some compression. And we can go, let's go with this for now. So this is like an SSL compressor that we're emulating. So let's see what we can do. I think we're going to use this mix control actually, so we're going to parallel compress it. So let's put it to about 50% and let's see what we can do. So as you can see there, we haven't done anything too crazy, maybe 3 dB, but I'm using the high pass filter here. So this is ignoring everything up to 60 Hertz, which isn't triggering the compressor. So that means our overheads, tom fills and snare are actually causing the compression and not just the low end of the kick drum. We've gone for a kind of moderate attack and a little bit of a quick release just to give some excitement. And just remember, this is on 50% and it's being blended in. So next what I might go to is maybe some kind of tape saturation or harmonic, something that adds some harmonics and just some richness. So let's see what we can do with this. Yeah, so that's nice, isn't it? So I like that. That's adding some nice saturation. It's warming things up and making the drum kit sound really full and rich. And the last thing I might go with again is just maybe even more compression. And we might go with something really kind of crazy this time. So let's have a look what we've got. Let's go with this. So it's like a Fairchild compressor basically. And again, I'm just going to bring the mix down, maybe even less this time, maybe even 25%, and we're just really going to hammer it. So there we go, we've ended up going up to 32%. Now, I'm just going to bypass all these plugins for you. You can see what kind of a massive difference that makes to our overall drum sound. And now with the plugins bypassed. And with them in. Now this is a really useful trick because what it's allowed us to do is create a big drum sound with loads of excitement, and we haven't gone in and changed everything individually. It's taken us less time and it sounds more cohesive. It sounds like more of a rounded drum kit sound, and all the sounds kind of belong together in that mix now, as opposed to just going through and soloing things out and doing things individually. So the next stage of top-down mixing for me would just be to go that level below that now. So we've done what we can on the main drum bus. So now let's go into our like pairs of mics. So we've got these overheads, so let's solo these out. And then let's just do the same again. So we're going to go to our EQ. We're going to sort out the cymbals, and although these are the overhead mics, we're going to start thinking about the kick and snare in here as well. So again, thinking of everything as a whole. Yeah, so I've just taken a little bit of ring out the top. I might just add a little bit of air in there again, actually. I'll just do that. Nothing too crazy, and I might just add a little bit of detail actually back in, since there are no vocals in this mix at the minute. But as you can see, we've also put in a little bit of low end as well, and cut out that woofiness in the snare, just to kind of thicken out our overheads. And again, we can go in with the compression. We're just going to use Fab Filter again, something really simple for now. Really, we're only taming the snare there. And then the next pair of mics we've got are the rooms, and let's go in there and see what we can do as well. And now with the compression, all I did there was added a little bit of resonance and sustain to the kick and cut out some woofiness in the toms and snare. Just go to compression. I'm actually going to use the virtual mix rack for this. This is by Slate Digital. We'll get rid of some of these, and I'm going to go with the distressor. So that's our next pair of mics, and we can blend these together now. So just using the rooms, the overheads, and doing some processing to the drum kit as a whole, we can now hear what kind of sound, what kind of difference we've made to the entire picture of the drum kit, including the kick, snare, hi-hats, and the toms, without even having to touch them. So let's just have a listen. And I'm going to bypass, I'll leave the plugins first, and then I'll bypass them. And back in. So really it's night and day, and it's such a great technique to add loads of excitement and energy really quickly to your drum sound. And if you do feel like you need more attack in the snare, then it's really simple to just go in, grab your favourite kind of EQ or grab your favourite EQ and just add in that top end, and you're not going to have to work as hard. So I'm going to make a very gradual, small move on this control here on this Neve EQ, and you'll see how that brings in the detail in the snare. So that's amazing, really. We don't have to work anywhere near as hard now to get the detail in the sounds that we want. And if we want to go into that kick and make some more minor adjustments, then we can. So thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Try this technique out in some of your mixes and let me know how it goes. I know I use it all the time, and it's a really useful tool when it comes to just painting, painting the picture of a mix really broadly and quickly, just to get things going. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time.